Greetings, children of the night. I am David Tveraas, creator of Nightborn, a vampire action RPG coming soon to Kickstarter, Steam, and the Epic Games Store, where you may wishlist Nightborn now. This video is the first in a multi-part series on the world of Nightborn. Our topic this time is the lineages of the Nightborn. Every vampire is created by another, known as their maker. Those that the maker creates are known as the maker's charge. This forms an unbroken line back to antiquity when 10 ancients founded their own lineages. All Nightborn are descended from one of these ancients, with Maker passing down to charge dark powers, knowledge of vampire traditions, and secrets of their lineage. Each of the 10 lineages have their own set of vampiric powers, internal culture, and stereotypes among the rest of Nightborn society, which may or may not have a basis in reality. Nightborn society is divided into 3 distinct political factions: the establishment that maintains the status quo, the orthodoxy which seeks to return to the old ways, and the libertines who desire radical experimentation. Note that not all vampires are considered Nightborn, as this term refers to those indoctrinated into the ways of their lineage. Those who have been cast out are pejoratively referred to as the Broken. Details about the Broken, Nightborn politics, vampiric powers, other supernatural creatures, and more will be covered in future videos. Lineages are split into 2 naming convention categories, those named after mythological creatures and those named after famous literary vampires of note. In the past, mythic lineages focused on vampire tradition, while the literary lineages were better known for adapting to the times, but modern Nightborn don't always fit that mold. The ancients, the eldest of the vampires, reserve the right to name their lineages as they see fit, and all lineages have changed their name over the ages. The ancients dare not use their own names, for names have power, and there are forces in the darkness that seek them. The Lamia are the lineage most known for their independence, being less concerned with vampire politics than the wider supernatural underworld. Lamia have a reputation for being sly dealmakers who are willing to parlay with the Fae, demons, or even lycanthropes. Lamia Nightborn have powers over the carnal and dominion, granting them preternatural strength, endurance, the ability to control others' emotions, and summon storms of fog and lightning. These gifts allow the Lamia to survive when dealing with the fringes of the supernatural world. Lamia use the symbol of a snake slinking through a skull. The Strix are the only mythic lineage with the majority of their members backing the establishment. Some say they do this to avoid suspicion, and they are rumored to practice profane rites peering into other planes of existence and contacting spirits. A Strix Nightborn might point out that there is nothing explicitly forbidden about that in most courts. Establishment courts like to keep Strix around as advisors, while libertines seek their ability to provide otherworldly experiences. Strix have powers over Dominion and the Eternal, allowing a connection to the spirits of the earth and the dead. More than one Strix has been known to go by the title Prophet. Strix use the symbol of an owl with exceptionally long talons. Marra are a lineage which is obsessed with death and the process of dying. Their namesake being multiple goddesses of death, the Marra are just as enigmatic and puzzling. They are also one of the staunchest supporters of the orthodoxy, though many ponder if their closeness to death makes them relate to the old ways more, or if the lineage has discovered something about the true nature of death which helps them understand the reasoning behind the old ways to begin with. Marra have powers over eternity and the Nocturne, making them masters of necromancy, time manipulation, and curses. The Marra use the symbol of a cracked hourglass. The Bruxo are a mythic lineage which loves to create mystic cults and covens with great abandon, leading most of them to the unlife of the libertine. For this reason, many courts see Bruxo as either a liability or an asset depending on how easily they are to deal with. Bruxo are known for seeking the extremes of their vampiric state can afford them. Bruxo have powers over psyche and the carnal, making them masters of mind manipulation and empowering blood rituals. Bruxo often use these gifts to make others worship them as gods or saints. The Bruxo have a right-facing pentagram as a symbol, tilted so that it is neither facing up nor down. The Draugr like to think of themselves as wardens and watchers of the forbidden. There are many ancient secrets the Nightborn do not want mortals or other supernatural creatures to find, and Draugr take this old tradition seriously, often posting themselves near important sites or pursuing those that know too much. The strongest enforcers of the orthodoxy are often Draugr. Draugr have powers over Nocturne and the Psyche, allowing them to take monstrous forms, slink into the shadows, and create illusions to cloud the mind. Some Draugr see their actions as protecting the mortals, while others look upon mortals with great disdain. Draugr use the image of a one-eyed wolf as their lineage's symbol. The Barabbas Nightborn are said to be the most mysterious lineage of them all. Unlike other Nightborn, they often view mortals as more than a source of sustenance, even to go as far as saying they are the Nightborn's equals. Such modernist notions never really stick around in any court, as Barabbas Nightborn are known to wander and travel to a new region as soon as they start to establish themselves. Barabbas Nightborn have powers over the carnal and eternal, making them both exceptionally virile and quick. One might underestimate them from their egalitarian talk, yet that may be quite well a misdirect, as they are peerless in battle. The Barabbas symbol is a broken chain. The Orlok Lineage is a cornerstone of the establishment. Orlok Nightborn are said to be ruthless and pragmatic, projecting their wills onto their domains and eliminating any opposition. Orloks are rarely caught at a disadvantage, as they are known to plan contingencies and keep many favors in their pockets. If you make a deal with an Orlok, that deal will be honored to the letter of the agreement. Many have lost their lives, or more, by not being mindful with an Orlok Nightborn. Orloks have powers over Dominion and the Nocturne, allowing them to control the very land while spreading plague and shadows. Orloks use the image of a bat hanging upside down as their symbol. Those of the Carmilla lineage take great pleasure in their unlives, enjoying art, taking lovers, and hosting spectacular balls. Carmillas are known to appreciate stability and often favor the establishment to keep the eternal party going. Carmillas are prone to lurid affairs which may lead to scandal, yet their penchant for entertainment usually outweighs the trouble their escapades may cause. Carmilla Nightborn hold power over the carnal and nocturne, bringing both pleasure and pain, delight and terror to anyone who dare enter their domains. The Carmilla Lineages uses a symbol resembling the eye of a cat with sweeping winged eyeliner. The Dracul are a lineage of strict hierarchy and order. They are often the sword and shield of the establishment, enforcing the laws of the ruling court. The Dracul are known to butt heads with Orloks over jurisdiction and authority, with the two lineages being effectively tied for the most rulers of domains throughout the world. The Dracul have power over Dominion and the Psyche, commanding authority over their subjects, enthralling minds, and demanding the very lands they survey obey their will. The symbol of the Dracul Nightborn is a dragon wearing a crown. The Ruthven Lineage is said to be the most romantic and dramatic of all the Nightborn. Don't let their sly smiles fool you. There is always a plot behind even their most innocuous gestures. The motivation of a Ruthven ranges from the insidious to the altruistic. Their lineage is said to be the driving force perpetuating the libertine movement, experimenting and pushing the limits of what it means to be an eternal vampire. Ruthven Nightborn have powers over the eternal and psyche, affording them lightning-fast reflexes and the psychic ability to move objects with their mind, including that of their own bodies, allowing flight. The Ruthven symbol is depicted as a spilt chalice crossed with a dagger. For more about future Nightborn updates, please like this video, subscribe to the Occupational Hazard YouTube channel, wishlist the project on Steam or the Epic Games Store, get notifications on Kickstarter, and join my Patreon, all linked in the description. Thank you for taking this journey with me and the Nightborn community. Farewell, vampires.